Lil Loaded was one of the most promising up-and-coming rappers from Texas before he took his own life earlier this year. Let's take a look at the career and come-up of Lil Loaded.
What's up, guys? True Crime King back. Alright, so I got a lot of subscribers that are down in Texas. And obviously, as you just heard, this rapper was from Texas. Lil Loaded is his name. I don't know why they all put Lil in front of their names, right? Maybe someone can answer that for me. But anyway, he's a rapper. Well, we're gonna get into everything he did, but basically, he took his own life, and there was a lot of stuff that happened in between, but I don't want to spoil it yet, so we'll get into it. But yeah, here we go.
Lil Loaded is a rapper from Dallas, Texas, best known for his breakout track, Block Baby. He was born to Sean Maurice Robertson in San Bernardino, California. He moved to Dallas when he was 10, but went back and forth to Cali when he got older. He was raised by his mom while his pops was locked up. He was one of 5 kids and was the middle child. He had a brother who was 8 years older and taught him everything he knew about the streets. Growing up in Dallas, the rapper said he had to quickly adapt to his environment. He was from the Rolling 60 Crips, one of the oldest and largest gangs in LA.
I don't know why all these young bucks now, they think it's so cool to be in a gang, right? I mean, how cool is it, really, right? What, you're not, you don't have enough confidence in yourself to just be by yourself, you know? You have to have all these guys with you to feel confident, right? Is that what it is? I mean, I don't really understand it, but I mean, this guy is a you know, was a small little dude, right? I don't know. Maybe it's the brotherhood. Maybe they feel like they're part of a family. I don't know. If someone, maybe someone could explain that more to me in the comments.
When he was 15, his older brother got killed due to gun violence. At the time, Lil Loaded wasn't even in Dallas. His mama sent him to Cali because he was getting into too much trouble.
You would think, though, I mean, once your brother gets killed doing this gang stuff, right? Maybe, that didn't work out so well for him. Maybe I should try and become a productive member of society. Maybe not go down that path, right? I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking. I mean, why just keep on going and causing more violence and causing more heartache for more families, right? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Why are we all killing each other, right? It just doesn't make sense. And frankly, it's just ridiculous to me.
But his brother's death really changed him and pushed him deeper into the streets. His brother was a man of the house, and after he died, Lil Loaded took on the responsibility and made sure everyone was straight.
And this is what we call self-snitching, as Bruce Rivers would call it, the criminal lawyer, right? He's all got real guns in this, right? And if he's a real gangster and felon, like he claims to be, then he's not even allowed to hold or be in possession of a firearm. And here he is in all these music videos holding up real guns. That's illegal if you're a felon, right? So either, number one, Lil Loaded is not a felon and he's just claiming to act tough, or number two, he's just snitching on himself, right? But he didn't get arrested, so maybe he wasn't even a felon, right? And if you're not a felon, then how are you going to have any street cred being in a gang, right? I mean, I guess he didn't get caught for the stuff he did because apparently he did do some stuff, right?
Around that time, he started getting into shootouts. At one point, he got shot in the hand.
See?
He held it up to prevent the bullet from hitting him in the face. He was lucky he reacted quickly, because if the bullet ain't hit his hand, he probably would have got killed. The crazy thing is, he ain't even go to the hospital after he got shot. He ain't want them to report the shooting.
Let me see. He gets shot. He almost dies. Gets shot in the face. But he luckily, he's not Superman, right? He just got lucky and deflected it with his hand, and didn't get killed. But what did he do? He didn't stop, right? He didn't try and change his life, right? He just kept on gang banging and shooting people and doing whatever he wanted to do, right? That doesn't help anybody out, right? It doesn't help him out. Everybody he hurts, they have family too, right? It's destroying all kinds of families. They have brothers, they have sisters, right? They have mothers and fathers, right? It's just totally ridiculous, in my opinion. And I know a lot of you aren't going to like my opinion. And frankly, I don't care, right? I'm allowed to have it. And I'm going to say what I'm going to say, no matter how you guys feel about it, right?
To the police.
I would be doing a disservice to my fans if I didn't tell the truth and tell you guys how I feel, right?
So he had someone in the hood fix him up. The wound wasn't that deep, and the bullet ain't even make it through the back of his hand. So he went to one of his homies' moms, who was able to stitch him up. She pulled out the bullet with no meds, and he was back on the streets the same day. After that, he decided to start moving smarter. So he was
back on the streets the same day, doing the same stuff. Come on, you know?
Wouldn't end up in the same situation. That was around the time he started rapping. He took the name Lil Loaded, because that's what everyone in the hood used to call him. He used to show up to basketball practice high as a kite, so the name just stuck. He dropped his first track, BOS, in June 2019.
I mean, I have no problem with smoking weed, right? But obviously, if you're high as a kite going to basketball practice, you're probably not going to be that good, right? I mean, I don't know. Does weed, just being high as a kite, make you shoot better? I don't know. I mean, I don't think Steph Curry is high as a kite when he's out there draining all his threes, right? I don't think LeBron is out there high as a kite when he was out there dominating, right? I don't think Michael Jordan was high as a kite when he was playing, right? I'm just giving my observations, right?
It did all right for his first song, but only got about 500 or 600 views in the first week. He followed up with Block Baby, which became his breakout hit. He found an NLE chopper type beat on YouTube and freestyled a song in 2 takes. Then he filmed a video in his hood and dropped it on July 26, 2019. A Polish YouTuber named Tommy Craze, who does reviews of rap videos on YouTube, came across the video. He does a segment on his channel where he watches music videos with 0 views. He came across Block Baby right after it dropped and thought it was fire. This helped the video go viral, and it racked up hundreds of thousands of views over the next few days.
So that's how he blew up. This big YouTuber saw his videos that had 0 views at the time. Then he said he gave it his approval. then everybody watched it and I guess followed along and liked it too, I guess, and then he blew up, right? So in a way, he kind of got lucky, because if Tommy Craze wouldn't have found his video, he might never, and nobody might have not ever known of Lil Loaded, right?
Lil Loaded became an overnight success, and within 24 hours, he was getting offers from labels. The next day, he flew out to Florida to meet with managers. Tommy Craze gave the song an alley-oop to push it to a bigger audience. But part of what made it an overnight success was that the song was raw and unique. Lil Loaded had a sound that blended Southern and West Coast hip-hop with his cold flow and hard bars that made it an instant hit. Things happened so fast that he barely had time to process what was going on. He continued to capitalize off the success of his viral track by dropping more music.
See, I mean, look right here. He's got an extended mag in this 9mm, right? There's guns everywhere. This is just, I'm just pausing it on one example, right? It's obviously not a fake gun, okay? It's not a CO2 gun. I can tell that immediately, right? Because first of all, you can't put magazines in the CO2 guns, right? Because the handle and a CO2 fake pistol comes off, and then you have to screw the CO2 bottle in there. You can't insert a magazine. So it's a real gun. So if these guys are really badass felons, right? This is illegal. So they're self-snitching. They're snitching on themselves. The feds could just look at this video and they're guilty, right? That's it. That's all the proof that the feds need, right? Come on. You other rappers, that use your head, you know? I mean, why do you have to use what if you're that hard, right? Why do you have to even use show yourself with a real gun? If people already know in the streets that you're a tough guy, right, or a killer or whatever you want to be, right? Why do you have to flaunt all these guns, right? I don't know. It just seems stupid to snitch on yourself, right?
He followed up with songs like Smoke Today and Gang Unit, which both did numbers, proving Lil Loaded wasn't just a one-hit wonder.
And he's holding up a lot of the guns that were used to kill the guy who killed his brother, right? It doesn't look very good, right? The same guns that him and his crew were holding up are the same guns that are on video firing and killing the guy that killed his brother. Hello, right? Come on.
He later signed to Epic Records and dropped his debut mixtape, Block Baby, in December 2019. So, in a matter of months, Lil Loaded went from being an unknown rapper to one of the hottest up-and-coming artists in the game. He dropped a remix to Block Baby featuring NLE Choppa, which also racked up millions of views. Then, he collaborated with some of the hottest rappers in the game, like King Von, Pooh Shiesty, and Hot Boy. So, with such a fast come-up, it looked like Lil Loaded was about to become a superstar. But just as he was beginning to enjoy his success, he ended up in a tragic situation that nearly cost him his freedom. On October 25th, 2020, police was called to the 7200 block of Lost Canyon Drive in the Woods neighborhood of Dallas. When they arrived, they learned that 18-year-old Khalil Walker was taken to the Methodist Charleston Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead from a gunshot wound to the chest. Walker was one of Lil Loaded's close homies. Witnesses say that just before he got killed, Walker, Loaded, and an unidentified witness was chilling outside the house. Walker's sister was inside and said she heard 2 gunshots. When she ran outside, she saw Lil Loaded and the other witness standing over Walker's body. She ran back inside and called 911. According to an affidavit, she also went through Lil Loaded's phone and saw a video showing the rapper shooting her brother. Loaded and the other witness then put Walker into the back of a car and drove him to the hospital. After investigating, the police issued a warrant for Lil Loadeds' arrest.
So there's a video of him shooting the guy.
A few days later, he turned himself into authorities and got booked in the Dallas County Jail. He was originally held on a $500,000 bond, but it got reduced to $75,000.
That's weird. So why did the $500,000 or $750,000 bond get reduced to $75,000? Probably because he's got money for that expensive lawyer, right? Money can take care of a lot of things, right?
On social media to prove his innocence, he posted a pic of his mugshot to Instagram with the caption, "I appreciate all y'all support. Let's try to make you look guilty when you innocent regardless."
But I thought there was a video of him shooting. I mean, how are you innocent if there's a video of you shooting the guy, right? I mean, someone help me understand that.
We gonna get past this. R.I.P. my brother, love you. Lil Loaded never denied shooting his friend, but he claimed it was an accident.
Okay, so he admits to shooting and killing his friend. And we know, or I'm not gonna spoil that yet, but okay, so he admits it. It's on videotape. He has to admit it, right? And the only way to get off from that, right, is to say it's an accident. That's the only way, right? So obviously, if it was an accident or not, he's gonna say it's an accident, right? He don't want to go to jail for the rest of his life, right?
They was filming a music video using a loaded gun, and during the shoot, it accidentally went off, killing Walker. It was a tragic accident.
Yeah, but they said they were just standing outside their house. They didn't say they were filming a music video, right? That's super fishy to me. They weren't shooting him as music video. They were just standing outside their house. And then the girl heard 2 gunshots, and there's a video of him shooting him. Hello.
That could have been avoided, but Lil Loaded still had to face the consequences of being the one who pulled the trigger. In March 2021, a Dallas County grand jury indicted the rapper on a lesser charge of manslaughter. They claim that while the shooting ain't seem intentional, there was enough evidence to charge him with recklessly causing the death of Walker. While on house arrest, Lil Loaded continued to work. In December 2020, he dropped his second mixtape, Crip Tape. A few months later, his hit song Block Baby was certified gold. But it was hard for Lil Loaded to enjoy his success. Not only was he dealing with the guilt of being responsible for the death of his boy, but he was also potentially looking at spending the next few years in prison. All this was weighing heavy on him, and at that point, he'd only been in the industry for about a year.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I like rap music. I listen to rap music, right? I like Gucci Mane, for example, right? I mean, look at him. Look at Gucci. He's not, you don't see him holding up fucking guns, right? You don't see him out in the streets, shooting people, right? I mean, come on. There's a smart way to do it, and there's a stupid, dumb way to do it, right? And Lil Loaded was doing it a stupid way. Again, he's snitching on himself.
Unfortunately, the pressure was too much, and he ended up taking his own life just a few months later.
And then, you know, rest in peace, first of all, but, I mean, don't act, his whole life he's acting like this tough gangster guy, right? And then he kills himself over just because a girl breaks up with him, right? So he couldn't have been that mentally tough, right? I don't know.
May 31st.
Let me know what you guys think about this.
2020.
I'm not trying to bash the guy. I'm just telling the truth. I mean, it seems like a lot of people just want to say everything is okay and nothing was wrong with anything that he did. That's just not true. Okay? He did things wrong. And that's what I'm here to do. I call it as I see it, right? No bias at all, right?
21, a relative found Lil Loaded dead from a self-inflicted gunshot at a home on a 1500 block of Allen Drive. His death was a huge loss to friends and family members. Even though he was going through a lot, he still had a promising future ahead of him, and his lawyers felt confident with his case. Records show he had a court date coming up the following week. His attorney told XXL that while pending charges as serious as Mr. Robertson's can be exceedingly stressful, and it certainly may have contributed to his tragic outcome.
So, it could have been, I mean, who knows? It might not have been because of the girl. It could have been because of these charges coming up and the girl. It could have been just the charges. Or it could have been just the girl. Or it could have been something that nobody knows about. Right? But either way, he took his own life in the end. Right? I don't know. If you were really... if you wouldn't, well, first of all, if you wouldn't have made these stupid decisions, you wouldn't have been in that circumstance in the first place, right? If you would have not been on the streets shooting people, and killing people, you wouldn't have had these charges that were so stressful, right? I mean, am I wrong?
I believe he was in a good place mentally with regard to the charges and our upcoming court date. We felt he had a strong defense to his charges, but apparently the charges against him wasn't the only factor that led to his suicide.
Yeah, I mean, if he knew he had a strong case and wasn't really worried about the charges, okay, then why else would he have committed suicide? Here we go.
Just before he died, he posted a cryptic message to his Instagram that read, "Dear Most High, please forgive me for my shortcomings and all the times I fell short of making you proud and being appreciative of all the blessings that have been put in my life. Sometimes the lines are blurred between being solid and being heartless. I want to thank you for how far I've come and the people you've put in my life to keep me grounded and humble through everything, and I love every single one of those people that are generally for me. I ask for entrance into your kingdom through all of my mistakes. I know you love all of your children, and I'm ready for my heart and soul to join you."
All right, so right there, he admits he's made mistakes. I don't know. I guess only God knows if he's going to get into heaven for taking someone's life, right?
One of Lil Loadeds' close homies also got on Instagram to shed more light on the situation. He said the rapper killed himself over his girlfriend.
Okay, let's look at this. My blank killed himself because of a blank. I hate this blank so much right now. I'm so blanked up, bro. That blank told me in a studio last month somebody blanked his girl. Okay, so his girl was cheating on him. This blank ended this blank behind his girl. He meant that blank, brother. I love you, bro. Okay, so his girl cheated on him with probably somebody he knew, right? It was most likely a friend. Obviously, it hurt him deeply, right? If I had to guess, I would think this was the catalyst for him taking his life. That's my opinion.
He said Loaded told him like a month before that somebody f***ed his girl and that he was gonna kill him. Unfortunately, fans will probably never know exactly why Lil Loaded took his own life. It could have been a combo of all the hate he received from his own gang over killing his friend, his legal struggles, his relationship problems, or the pressures of the music industry.
Yeah, so his own gang knew he killed his friend, right? They know what happened, right? I'm not gonna speculate, but it is what it is. They know what happened, right? But anyway, that is the tragic story of Lil Loaded. Lil, L-I-L, Lil Loaded. Again, I don't know why everybody puts Lil in front of their name. Maybe to copy Lil Wayne, right? I don't know. Somebody comment below and let me know if you know. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. I spit the facts like I always do, okay? And until next time, True Crime King out.